Hi, my name is Gabe Arnold. I'm the founder of Business Marketing Engine, and today we're going to talk about how to create email sequences that actually get engagements and results. Because so often we send email out and we hope it works, or we don't know why people aren't opening, and we don't know why we're actually getting a result from the time and effort and money that we're spending on copy or software or things that we need to spend on to produce it. So on today's show, we're going to dive through the things that you can really pay attention to that will allow you to really elevate your email marketing game and get massive results. So stay tuned and we'll dive into that. So with email marketing, it's something that, depending how long you've been in business or how long you've been doing any type of marketing, you will probably see every so often people say, oh, email marketing is dead and this is the new channel, this social channel or this, this specific thing. And those are awesome eye-catching headlines, which I don't fault those folks at all for getting attention. But I don't believe that at all, because I know from personal experience, having a pretty small list of only a few thousand people that generates $250,000 a year from it, and knowing people that have really large lists that generate millions and millions every year, that it doesn't matter how big your list size really is. If you have 100 names on your list, that's more than enough to do email marketing, and you can get really powerful and effective results if you're willing to be consistent with it. The great thing about email marketing is you own that list. Whatever software you're using, you should back up that list periodically and save it somewhere else in case your platform ever has issues. But you own all those contacts. And if you're consistent in having a conversation and building a relationship with everybody that's on your list, then you're going to be in a position where you can promote events, you can sell products, you can get referrals, you can really, build out a marketing tool that can grow your business. And so today, if for some reason you're not collecting email addresses and building an email list and starting to email people consistently, I would encourage you to immediately change that behavior, because you're leaving so much money on the table. And if you're willing to just change some behavior and kind of take this path that has been super successful for myself and so many of our clients, you can make a huge impact on those that you serve and obviously help you grow your business at the same time. So one of the things to think about when we think through getting really great engagement with our email is actually to make sure that we have multiple channels synchronized together. A lot of platforms are a little bit more sophisticated these days, and you can send an email and then an SMS, or an email and then a chatbot response in Facebook. And one of the platforms that we have that I'd be glad to show anybody that's interested, you can just reach out and I'd be glad to walk you through it. We're able to send an email, send an SMS, prompt our clients who use this platform to, make a manual phone call or anything like that. But really, if you want people to open your emails, not only do you need to talk about the things they want, and really connect with them, like we talked about on the episode before this, but you need good subject lines. There's a lot of things that we're going to talk through this week. So we're going to talk about email the whole week on the show. You need all those things. But the way to really drive up your open rates and engagement is to, once you send an email, periodically in the right sequency, which we're going to talk about how often to message or email your list on Thursday this week. But periodically sending an SMS or saying, hey, did you see that email I sent? That will drive people back into the inbox, and it will help you get more engagement, more opens, and they'll learn to expect your emails on a consistent basis. So whenever possible, be consistent with your email marketing, but use an additional channel where a lot of your audience is, whether it's SMS or chatbots, or if you have a Facebook group, you can post in the Facebook group and say, hey, I just sent an important email that everybody's going to want to see if you own that group. And giving people a second touch point trains the behavior to say, hey, I created something that I want to serve you with. It's really valuable. Go check it out. The second thing to think about on getting great engagement with your email sequences is answer all the questions that you can with video, with images, with writing copy out, so that your prospect becomes really highly educated about your process and how you can serve them. One of the things that I have done, not as consistently as I wanted to in the past, but doing a lot more consistently now, is really just listening to What do prospects say to me? What questions they have? What do our clients say to us? What do I see people talking about in a Facebook group? What do I see people searching for on Google? And when people ask how-to questions or what is the best way to do this, anytime there's a question, just answer it thoroughly, honestly, and be in a place where you're just there to serve them. Even if you have to say things like, there's other tools or there's other options besides us, just be honest. Because if you're not willing to be honest like that, then you're going to create some suspicion with the people that are reading your content or watching your videos, and they're going to think that you're hiding something. It's better to be the expert that you are and talk about all the options of what's out there, and then say, here's the process we use, here's how I can serve you and help, or here's the next step that you can take if you're interested, and here are other options too. Because the more transparent you are, the more you're building trust with those folks in your audience, and they're going to be willing to trust you with their time and their money and be willing to go farther down the road with you. Making your prospects, or not making them, but giving your prospects the opportunity to be really highly educated and understand what you do in your process makes the sales process significantly easier. It makes everything just so much easier. When they're ready to buy, they're going to know that you're the expert. So sharing absolutely everything you possibly can of how things work, what challenges they might encounter if they do work with you, what things to be aware of, all of that is really serving your audience well. The third thing, just to recap on again, is getting into a consistent schedule that works for your audience of how often to send email and messaging to them is, like I said, what we'll talk about on Thursday. But once you figure that out, again, just figuring out what the right timing is of a couple additional touches from a different channel, whether it's in the Facebook group that you own where everybody's at, or sending an SMS, blast to your list and saying, hey, make sure you don't miss the email I just sent. I just gave this gift or this training or the thing that I'm sharing. Sending a chatbot message, whatever it is. If you can add a second channel where you prompt people to go back and look at that email, then you're going to be driving the behavior that you want. And when you drive the right behavior in your audience, it means you'll be able to serve them more and really take great care of them. So that's a way to really bring up engagement, is to use multi-channel, to be really thorough in how you answer all the questions that you hear on your sales calls, that you get emailed into you, that you see in groups. Just answer the questions that people have, and that will position you truly as the expert that you are. And there's no reason to hide anything. Just be honest, be transparent, share how things work, talk about any of the weaknesses that you actually have, talk about the things you can serve. The more transparent you are, the higher that trust goes. And like we talked about yesterday, as you build trust, you can ask for more time and more activity and engagement from people. But if trust is low, then asking for their time or any type of money from them is going to be something that's going to be very few will take you up on it, because you haven't shown up and invested in the relationship. I hope all that's helpful to you. And if you need any help with email marketing, it's something that we love helping our clients with, whether you just need some consulting to get you on the right track, if you need email copy, if you need somebody to fully manage it for you, and write in your voice and deliver everything we just talked about, we would love to serve you with that. You can head over to businessmarketingengine.com if you need more help, or shoot me a message or comment down below, and I'll be glad to help. So thanks for taking time to tune in today, and I will see you on tomorrow's episode.